Hello, welcome to Dungero's podcast. I'm your host Justin. Today for Tokusatsu Thursdays, which I know I didn't do one last week, but just wasn't in the mood. This week we're going to review the recent Power Rangers movie, which I hear it's supposed to have a sequel soon. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. It came out 2017. It was 2 hours and 4 minutes long, directed by Dean Israelite. I've never heard of this director. He's apparently South African. Did movies like Project Almanac. I've heard of that movie. And a bunch of movies you never heard of. The movie stars Dacre Montgomery as Jason Lee Scott, Naomi Scott as Kimberly Hart, Becky G as Trini Kwan. Okay. Okay. Her character is like Mexican or something, and she has a very Asian sounding last name. Wow, I thought they would have changed it. Maybe Google made a mistake. I don't know. You have Rudy Lin, aka the new what's his name? Fuck, he was the guy from. Oh my god. He was Liu Kang, from the new Mortal Kombat movie. He plays Zack Taylor, the Black Power Ranger in this one. And you got RJ Seiler as Billy Cranston, aka the Blue Ranger. Also, you had Elizabeth, what's her name? Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. And you had Bryan Cranston as Zordon. And Bill Hader did the voice of Alpha 5, which I thought he did an okay job. Also, you had David Denman as Sam Scott, who you'll know him from The Office, and he was also the dad from Brightburn, if you haven't seen Brightburn, which, Brightburn was an enjoyable movie, I would say. It was a pretty cool movie, right? So, this movie, I didn't watch it when it first came out because I was super turned off from the costumes in this movie, which honestly is probably the biggest problem I have with this movie is the aesthetics. Overall, I thought it was an okay superhero movie. I kind of get the reason why they race swapped a bunch of the characters, but it's like because people accuse the first Power Rangers TV show of being racist because they had the Asian girl as the yellow Power Ranger, and you had the black guy being the Black Power Ranger, which most black people I know who are fans of Power Rangers love the Black Power Ranger. That's their favorite. So I don't think it's that big of a deal to have the black guy being the Black Power Ranger, but it's like people had a problem with that, which is why at some point during the original show they replaced the two actors and not just those two actors, but they also replaced Jason with another dude for some fucking reason. Which is like, fucking hell, that was fucking bullshit. Jason was my favorite, and once he left the team, the White Ranger became the default leader of the fucking team, which was fucking bullshit. The Red Power Ranger is supposed to be the leader of the team, right? So the story for this one is Zordon was a Red Power Ranger, and his team was fighting Rita Repulsa, who in this movie what used to be the Green Power Ranger, but betrayed the team. And you see the tail end of the fight where Zordon is severely injured. His teammates have been killed. So before he dies, he hides the power coins, which is what they use to transform or morph in the movie, right? And it turns out the battle was on Earth, and the power coins were hidden in this mine where but where our main characters found them, right? Which our main characters all know each other from detention. So you have like a breakfast club kind of thing going on. Our main characters, Jason, who is the quarterback who broke his ankle, which he gets over the broken ankle pretty quick in the movie, right? Or did he break his ankle? No, sorry. It's been like a week since I've seen this movie. Yeah, I think he hurt his ankle. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he gets put on house arrest because he got caught in this. No, wait, he did hurt his ankle. That's why he had to quit the football team. Right. But yeah, he got put in house arrest because and put in the weekend detention course or whatever for the high school, because he pulled off a prank and got where they tried to put a cow in the locker room, and there's this joke where one of the guys tried to milk the cow, and the cow was a boy. Apparently, it was a bull. Yeah, they tried to whatever. The cops show up. There's a car chase. He wrecks his truck. That's part of the plot, which is why he becomes friends with Billy, who's the autistic nerd of the detention club, who leads everybody to the mine because his dad used to work there and his dad died there. So for some reason, he is obsessed with the mine, and that's where they find the coins. And Jason agrees to go with them so he can have, because Billy lets him gets rid of the tracker, screws with the tracker, so it always shows Jason at home, right? Which you would think the cops would have figured something out was wrong, something was wrong, but no, they don't. And no, he's never home in like half the movie, so you would think his dad would be like, "What the fuck, Jason?" But I guess not. Whatever. So Billy promises to lend him his mom's van, right? Which is part 2 of the deal. They go there. Other people are there. You have the lesbian girl, Trini, whose big problem in the movie is that her parents move around a lot, and because her parents move around a lot, she can't get a girlfriend. Right? That's her big problem in the movie. Zach in the movie, his mom is dying, and for some reason he does stupid, reckless shit, and he's crazy, right? Also, you have Kimberly Hart, who's a bitch, and whatever. And once they find the coins, they meet up with Zordon and Alpha 5, which they train to become Power Rangers, right? And they have to come together, learn to be friends, so they can transform, so they can save Angel Grove from Rita Repulsa, who's conveniently came back to life as they found as our main characters found the power coins, right? And there's this big epic fight in the end of the movie. You have our main characters Zords combined, which they didn't mention they could do that in the beginning of the movie, in the movie. And they never explained that they could do that, but somehow, while they were losing their fight against Goldar, who looks really stupid in the movie, by the way, they are able to combine, and apparently Rita Repulsa didn't know they could do that, or neither did our other characters, right? And there's also a subplot where Zordon, whose dad is being kept alive artificially for the ship, once they can transform, wants to take over Jason's place as the leader, so he can come back to life and save the city, right? Which they also have a subplot where there's Earth has a Zeal crystal, which fuels all the life on the planet, and Rita Repulsa wants that crystal, and if she gets it, it'll destroy everything, right? Right. So like, I thought the action was okay in the movie. Jason forms a sword in the middle of his fight, which none of our other characters form weapons, by the way. Also, I forgot to mention they have like enhanced strength and speed. If you've seen the trailers, you already know that. And aside from that, they don't have any special powers, right? Except for Jason forms a sword, like I mentioned. And yeah, they aside from that, they don't have any powers, right? And I also was not a fan of the putties in the movie, which the putties are like these rock creatures, which they look okay, and they're like a cool enemy type to fight, but it's like, okay, putties, rock creatures, that name doesn't sound like it matches at all, which, whatever. And like I said, like my biggest problem with the movie, the characters I thought were okay, though they don't really explain why Jason would hang out and like instantly befriend this autistic nerd, right? Like in the TV show, Jason was a karate instructor, so obviously Jason has to, like you would assume like most of his class that he teaches karate to are bullied kids. So yeah, him being a karate instructor in the original show makes sense why he would be this like anti-bully like guy, but like for Jason, who's like a jock in the movie, like to instantly befriend this nerd and like to to stand up for him all the time, I just thought, okay, that was a little weird. Little weird. But other than that, honestly, besides from, if you don't have a problem with the aesthetics of the show, of the movie, I didn't find anything else wrong with it. I've given this a 6 out of 10. It was, I did think the movie could have used more action, but like overall, I thought it was okay movie. Also, you have cameos from the original. You have cameos from Jason Frank, who was Tommy in the original show, and you also had Kimberly's actor was in the movie as well, which I forget her name, but she was on that Canadian SWAT show called Flashpoint. Well, I can't find her name anywhere. Yeah, she has a cameo in the movie too. She was okay. Well, they don't even have lines in the movie, which apparently they're supposed to, in the sequel, they're gonna introduce the Green Power Ranger, which should be cool. I don't know. Aesthetically, that's the problem. Like aesthetically, I wasn't a fan. So like, do I even care about this? Like if they put out more movies, because like aesthetically, it looks like the costumes look like they're fucking Iron Man ripoffs, and the Zords themselves look okay, but they're very Transformers-like. There's even a Transformers like reference in the movie, and you also have once they transform, right, and they combine together, and they don't even look like they came together. It looks like they just molded into like a fucking guy in a suit, dude. The Megazord in this fucking movie looks so fucking lame, dude. Oh my god, so lame. And it doesn't even have like a cool sword. Its swords are the fucking wings of the pink Megazord, the pink Zords, like Zord, where it's like he takes the two wings off his back and uses them as swords, which I guess was okay. They didn't really look like swords to me, but whatever. I don't know, man. Like there was a reason why I held off on a week to review this movie, because it was just an okay average movie. It didn't really have like, I thought the characters were cool, but aside from that, like aesthetically, which is the aesthetics is the whole reason why people watch Power Rangers to begin with, because Power Rangers doesn't really have anything else going on for them aside from the cool costumes and the giant robots. Like, nobody watches the fucking movie for the campy bullshit the campy shit that happens in the show, right? But yeah, that's all I have to say. I think I'm gonna start watching Time Force, Power Rangers Time Force, and once I'm done reviewing that, once I'm done watching that, I'll post a review for that. But like, who knows how long that's gonna take? And I might review the original Power Rangers movie, which I bought on DVD like a couple years ago. Should have bought Turbo, because like I remember Turbo being a cool movie. Which Turbo was the one I watched the most as a kid, because it would constantly, for some reason, they would never play the original Power Rangers movie on TV, but for some reason, they would always play Turbo, for whatever reason. Probably because of music rights. Alright guys, that's it, peace.